I have a feeling that, and I'm going to relate this to you. Well, while you were a founder and you got acquired by Google, and while you were at AOL, you went on to acquire. You were part of the acquisition for another company. So the whole perspective of probably even your thought process. This is my reading. While you're saying this, could also be because you had a founder mentality. So being closer to a product, you realize how to look at a product, and you've always been a technologist, so that comes it's on autopilot mode. And you're right, so data becomes the well-oiled machine. So would you be able to tell us how did this entire piece work, because you've been on both sides of the table, right? So you've been on the side when you got acquired, which is completely different, you're giving away your baby, and then you've been on the other side where actually you've gone ahead and acquired someone else's baby. So would you be able to tell us how the entire journey was?
Sure. So I'll leave the personal aspects that maybe they're not very useful to your audience.
No.
I'll just go with sort of maybe a higher level view of this. See, end of the day, I think whether you're building your own thing or you're part of somebody else's journey and solving a problem, the goal always is to solve it in the most effective way possible, right? To make an impact, to improve the world, to build something that is useful, to make a problem a little less of a problem.
Right.
And oftentimes you reach these junctures where you realize that you either need a lot more capital to solve some of these problems, or you need a very different context to solve them, right? And so when you're sitting as a founder trying to decide whether you want to continue on that journey, or you want to be part of something different, or become part of a bigger entity, you really still have that same mentality that I want this problem solved, and where is the best environment to solve it, right?
Sure.
It makes no sense to waste heartbeats for years together when you could have accelerated the curve of the solutioning a lot faster inside a bigger company. And so for my company, Impermium, when it got acquired by Google, that was the thought process that will we be able to solve this problem and make an impact on it being independent, or will we be able to sort of make a bigger impact being part of Google? And so that was the mentality. And on the reverse, when people look at acquisitions, or at least when teams that I've been on look at acquisitions, it's still the exact same process, just from the other end. You're looking to find technologies and people and teams and products and companies that are in some way have many of the right ingredients to be able to solve a problem at scale, or make a big impact, but are also working in constraints that you might be able to then bring to the table, reduce those constraints, or be able to offer something to mitigate those constraints in order to unlock value. So, it's the same idea that you're really trying to just make a big impact in the world, try to make a problem less of a problem, try to really make the world a better place through offering services and products out there. And you're just trying to find the best path to do so, whether it's organic, as in you invent it yourself and build it yourself, or inorganic. End of the day, you have to be very clear about the value, and you have to be very clear of your situation. And so, that strategic understanding of the situation, the various pieces of the chessboard, if you may, so that you can assess the situation effectively, and then decide what's the best way forward. I think that's the mindset that you want to carry in, both for acquisitions, as well as when you're in a position where you have an offer to be acquired.
That's a very clear thought, is how I would like to put it. Whether you want to solve that problem yourself, or you want to be part of a bigger entity and get it resolved faster. I think it's a very clear thought, Vish. Thanks for sharing that. I'm sure loads of people who are watching this podcast will realize that why acquisitions are such a big deal, right? Because it's merging of two entities, merging of thought processes, problems getting solved. So Thank you so much for that. And